Finding the best forums for your market. Okay, in this video and also the next video, we're going to talk about looking to see what's already out there in your market and then picking the best ones to get involved with. I'm not going to suggest that you go out there and sign up for 20 forums today and then try to drive yourself crazy establishing a presence on all of them. I've done particularly well personally by investing a lot of time into just one or two forums, but it took me some time to figure out the right forums to be spending my time in. So let's say, for example, that you are selling a dog training product. So I'm going to go to Google and type in dog forums and see what comes up. I'm going to go, you can see there's a lot here. You can go to each one here and kind of check it out. What you can do is you can write it down and take note of these because we're going to be comparing these forums and try to find which ones are going to be the ones that are worthwhile to us. One thing I like to look at is to see how many members there are. This one has 3,000 members. It's a lot of people. Another thing we want to look at is to see how active these forums are. Some forums show you more than others. This one here you can see, for example, shows you how many people are currently viewing the different threads, and this is good because it kind of tells you where to spend your time as well. This is neat because this one has a specific section for reviewing dog products. So obviously you could go in there and review your own product or let people know about your own product if the forum's cool with that. You can see that there's only one person in here, but there's 10 right here in dog chat. So let's see how active this thread has been. Okay, you can see that I'm going to look at a couple different things here. Here's a post. Well, women should choose a dog over a man. Yikes. Okay, blind dog advice. Okay, that's a fair question. You can see here that this particular thread, and by the way, when I talk about forums, every time there's a new subject, I call that a thread. That's what most people call it. You can see that this thread has been replied to 5 times, and it's been viewed over 100 times. So that tells us that a lot of people are taking the time to read it. Eating from the table, that's a good one. That's a certainly can be a problem with dogs, and how do you handle that? So I can understand people getting involved in that type of conversation. So this forum looks pretty decent. Let's go ahead and take a look at another one I had showed you before, dogforums.com. I like using Google to search because Google is the most popular search engine, so therefore the most people are going to be finding their forums this way. So it makes sense that we would look at the ones that are at the top because a lot of people are going to be finding it this way. So a few things to take note here. One is you can see that there are ads on this forum. That's interesting because if you do particularly well in this forum, you can also explore paying for ads, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Look at this. Ad for a car that's talks about the car being dog friendly. That's very smart marketing. So you can see here that this forum has almost 31,000 members. That is very tremendous. At one point there were almost 2,000 people online at the same time. That is also it's incredible. Right now there's 1,300 people active. So this is a very, very busy forum. So without looking at other ones, I would say this is going to be a good one to get involved with because there's so many people. The forum looks like it's spread out pretty far. There's lots of different types of topics. You can see here that look at all this. These are all posts that have been made within like the last hour, and they're getting a lot of views as well. So it's a good thing to take note of. Now let's also talk about other words you can use to find something. Let's dog bulletin board. Okay, spelled that one wrong too. Sometimes this one works, sometimes it doesn't. You can see that it's actually talking about physical bulletin boards. Dog online group. How about that? Okay, doggroups.com. So again, what you can do is just kind of play around. I've found that forum is the most popular way to to find things, but you never know. There could be other things hiding out there. You can even go into one forum that's popular and ask people, do you know of any other popular dog forums? And another thing you can consider is, let's say, for example, that you wanted to get more narrow in your niche and look for something in regards to puppy. Now, the dog forums here has a subsection for puppies, but I wonder if we could also find specific forums that are a bit more narrow, like this one here. This is just for Chashounds. So one thing to look at here is, of course, I'm guessing there's going to be less people because it's a more narrow approach. However, if you had a product specific to this type of dog, you better believe this would be a pretty fantastic place to be promoting yourself. So you want to look at that too. Wow, 24,000 members just about. That's pretty wild. Currently active users 68. That's quite a bit of people. And you also might be seeing that only 25 of those people are members. That's because a lot of these forums, it can be viewed without being a member. So what these people are called, they're called lurkers. Like I'm doing right now, you can come on here and you don't have to join. You can view all the content, and that's good because a lot of times these individual threads will pop up in the search listings, and people will be checking it out. So we talk about exposure. On one hand, you want to introduce yourself and make a name for yourself to the people that frequent the forum all the time, but also new people as well. You want them to be able to see your information, your products. So now that you understand how to find a couple different forums, in the next video I'm going to talk about a checklist of things that you want to look at each forum to determine which ones you want to be spending your time on. I'll see you in the next video.